Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. We are flying out the F-15 Eagle with the Python 3, or rather the F-15A, rather called the Baz, I think it is, at least in my Portuguese and English languages. But yes guys, let's talk a little bit about this aircraft. I'm not getting a lot of good battles in this aircraft, I gotta say. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I need to wait. I'm a little bit tired because I'm like since very early in the morning doing videos, and it might be that. So I will try to do the American A variant and then the Japanese F-15 tomorrow, first thing in the morning, you know, to get well rested and fly this aircraft again with a clear mind, because I don't know why I'm getting such bad games in this thing. It has everything to be good, but I'm not getting very good battles. I don't know why. But with that out of the way, we can talk about the aircraft itself. Guys, this aircraft is really good. It really is. It's much better than I think it was in the dev server. But as expected, it is a little bit more sluggish, but not really at the same time. Well, the thing is that this aircraft has so much power and has such a good thrust weight that you are always so fast that you are compressing a lot. So you really need to actively stop using the afterburner sometimes of such a good thrust weight that this thing has. It's crazy, like how good it is. So it's not really sluggish, to be honest. It's just that it feels like that, but it's more like you are too fast and you're not paying attention on your speed, kind of sluggish, right? So it's not really sluggish. It's very nimble, very light, very... I mean, it's heavier than an F-16, of course, but it's still a light aircraft. And it is very fast. I mean, not in the sense of max speed, although it is fast as that as well. It's more on the sense of acceleration. It's really fast accelerating. But it has some drawbacks, okay guys? And I think most of them are just kind of bugs. It's not really because of the aircraft, I don't think, at least. First things first, the same problem that we are having with the Su-27, we are having with this aircraft. The radar keeps losing lock in a way that it's kind of weird with the chaff, and it kind of locks chaff even though it's using the pulse Doppler mode. So I think there's something wrong with both these aircraft radars, you know. I flew the MiG-29 and the Gripen. They don't seem to be doing that. It's just these two aircraft, but you can feel that it's kind of a bug, you know. It just locks the chaff and it keeps maintaining that lock while it shouldn't. And together with that, the Sparrow, it's kind of weird. A friend of mine said that the Super 530 as well is kind of weird. But it's just like it doesn't hit the target sometimes in a way that it should. So, I don't know. I feel like there are some bugs going on with the radar and missiles on this thing. And that's probably why I'm like having quote-unquote bad games. It's just because there is not a lot of, you know, kills that I'm getting with the radar missiles because of these problems. And then it's, you know, half the kills normally you get from a radar missile if you know what you're doing, right? So it's weird. So I gotta say that they need to fix that if that's a real problem. If it's not, it's just that these radars are kind of bad right now. I don't know, it's kind of weird. You can go ahead and test it out for yourself. But other than that, the performance itself is amazing. And I gotta be honest, of course, I'm going to play with the other F-15s, but the Israeli one is probably my favorite right now because it has the Python 3, man. I love this missile. Yes, the AIM-9M has better IRCCMs, and the AM-3 as well. It's a very good missile right now. But I don't know, the Python 3 is such a fast missile that you can get people from far away so quickly that the guy normally doesn't even know that the missile is going for it. For him, right? So it is a very interesting difference to have in that regard, you know, having such a fast missile such as the Python, right? So very fun aircraft. It is, you know, weird to even talk about. There's not much that we can even talk about because it's a very standard aircraft, you know. It has amazing flight performance, amazing radar. If they fix that bug, that it's kind of weird. It has a little bit of a drawback on the radar, maybe it's a bug or something, but not even the J variant has TWS on the radar, which I think it's wrong. I think at least the J variant should have TWS, and I mean, it might not be like the worst thing ever, but TWS helps, you know, it really does help with situational awareness in general, right? So yeah, there's always that. And the missiles are pretty good, although the Sparrow feels a little bit nerfed. But the Python is amazing. Of course, you always have the ability to actually use the A9M as well, if you will, right? But I would just use the Python. I think it's a more fun missile to use. And it's one of the like main differences from the American F-15 anyway, right? So why not use that to your advantage, just to have a little bit of a different type of gameplay. Of course, if you are only using, and if you're not getting the American F-15, you know, I guess it's alright. But still, it is an aircraft, I gotta say, guys, it's an aircraft that should have been added a little bit of a time ago. I mean, not that it was needed, but it's not like breaking the game or anything like that. Not even the Su-27 is, to be honest, but both of them are surprisingly okay in the meta. I just think that the Su-27 is like a super MiG-29, which is kind of scary, right? And the F-15 is kind of a super F-16, right? So I guess that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, it's a very, very fun aircraft. I think definitely one of the top dogs of the game. As I said, if they fix these problems with the radar and the Sparrow, it will be a much more reliable aircraft. Right now, you lose a lot of kills because of these two. You will see the radar just having troubles maintaining locks, getting locks. When there is a lot of, just a little bit of chaff, the radar just locks the chaff, as you see right there. So yeah, and then you lose the lock because it's a stationary thing. It's weird. I gotta say, it's weird. And there is always the problem that I think we need to always talk about. The Sparrow doesn't have a data link, which means that for BVR in general, the R27 will always be better because you can lose locks and reacquire them and still get a kill. While in the F-15, especially with these bugs or whatever is going on with the radar and stuff, if you lose a lock, you lost the missile, and then it's pretty much, you know, a missile lost, which is kind of sad, right? So, I don't know. It's just something that they might need to fix or something, although it is still one of the best aircraft in the game. Remember, the MiG-29 was also one that took a while to actually be fully implemented. It was like mid-January when they started to really fix the radar of it. So, just have that in mind, okay? But yeah, notice that the F-15 is having some troubles with the radar. Although, very good aircraft. Still prefer the Su-27. I think it's more meta and better overall. Maybe it's just because of the bugs. But let's see, wait, you know, if they fix it, I will be covering it as well. Expect the remaining F-15 videos to come tomorrow, okay? I will be doing an AMX-1, AMX Ghibli or AMX-1 video today as well, and maybe some other stuff. Let me check. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and bye guys. See ya.